Alright people, so I'm here with your Extreme Rules 2016 predictions video. Let's get right into it. So the first match on here is Ziggler and Baron Corbin. I mean, how many fucking times are we going to see this match? And how long is this fucking pointless feud going to continue? I mean, if they really want to get fucking Baron Corbin over, I don't know what the fuck they're planning for him. But whatever they're planning for him, a fucking 2-month long feud with Dolph Ziggler isn't going to do anything for him, really. I mean, if they wanted to put him over Ziggler, you know, then they could have done it in like fucking a week or two, you know, or a month at most with a, you know, a match at Extreme at Payback. But instead they're dragging this fucking feud out, and I don't get it because nobody's interested in it, nobody likes it, and it's gonna be another boring fucking match. They better put this match on the pre-show because I don't want to turn on my television at 8 o'clock and see this match on my TV screen. So I think Corbin's going to win here because I don't see them bringing up an NXT star and making him lose to Ziggler right away. And Ziggler won on the last pay-per-view, so Corbin will probably win here, and hopefully this feud will fucking be over because I'm tired of it. And the match, like I said, it won't be that good a match. Then we have the New Day versus the Vaudevillains. I have high hopes for this match because, you know, I like the New Day. The Vaudevillains are, well, their gimmick I think is pretty stupid. They're pretty good wrestlers, so I'm hoping to see a good match here. I think the New Day will win here because, I mean, the Vaudevillains just came up from NXT, and I don't think they're going to give them the title yet, but this just shows how fucking, you know, broken down, how much of a clusterfuck the tag team division is in right now. I mean, they just brought these guys up from NXT and they're already #1 contenders because they don't have anybody else to, you know, to put there. I mean, you got people obsessed with the early 1900s as, you know, they talk about, oh, a bygone era. I mean, what the fuck are they talking about, a bygone era? You know, that's such a great era there. You had fucking, a woman couldn't even vote. You had black people discriminated against, but you know, that's such a great era, yes. But you know, like I said, they don't have any fucking tag teams in the division that are worth a shit except the New Day. So, like I said, I think the New Day will win here, and I think this will be a pretty good match as well. You know, I don't know if they should have made it like it's a fucking no DQ match or a tornado tag. Or some interesting shit, because it is Extreme Rules, right? I don't think this has a stipulation. I could be wrong, but they should have made it, you know, something interesting. Then we have Charlotte versus Natalya in a fucking submission match, which I think is dumb as fuck to make, oh, it's a submission match. Because even if it wasn't a submission match, it probably would be a tap out anyway. You know, I think it's dumb to do this. It's not like it's that much more exciting. But I think it'll be a good wrestling match, but like I said a million times in the past, you know, you can't just bring up Natalya, who wasn't even on TV, and make her #1 contender. It's not legit. And just like the tag division, the Divas division is even more of a clusterfuck because you don't have any legitimate stars in it. I mean, they'll fucking build somebody up for a few months or a few weeks or even a week, and then they'll just forget about them, and then they'll become a jobber. That's the problem we have with the Divas division. Not, like Becky Lynch was wrestling at WrestleMania for the title. Now she's in a pointless fucking dumbass feud with Dana Brooke, a nobody. Dana Brooke and another nobody, Emma. So I think it'll be a good fucking match because these two are good wrestlers. But it doesn't change the fact that the Divas division is still in a clusterfuck. And I think Charlotte will win here. I don't see them putting the belt on Natalya, who, like I said, is kind of a jobber. They just picked her out of no. She wasn't doing anything really, and she just became #1 contender. So I see Charlotte winning here. Then we have Kalisto versus Rusev. This is another match that's like, what the fuck? Why would they make Rusev #1 contender? Over, remember they had the Battle Royal and Rusev won over Zack Ryder. I mean, that's the thing. You got fucking people in this company that people are interested in, like Zack Ryder, who gets a decent pop, who people cheer woo 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 with, And then you got somebody like Rusev, who nobody likes. He gets a no reaction. Fans are just tired of him. He's been on fucking television for a while now. He can't cut a promo. He can't wrestle, really. And he becomes number one contender. It's like, they got to get Rusev off of TV. He's not a talent. He's not going to be a world champion anytime. He's really got to change his fucking wrestling and his promo, charisma, whatever you want to call it, if he wants to be a fucking champion. On the other hand, not like Ryder would be a world champion, but he could definitely pass as a mid-carder. He's got talent, he's got charisma, and the fans like him. But yet, where is he right now? Probably, wandering around on Superstars or main event right now. So there you go. You get fucking Kalisto versus Rusev, and the U.S. title has been fucking made into a shitty-ass title again. I mean, you don't even really have Kalisto on TV that much anymore. I know he was on last week, but I mean, still. So I think this is just going to be a shitty fucking match. I think Kalisto will win. And then they go, the big guy against the little guy, and the little guy overcomes. They'll do some shit like that. I'm kind of tired of the whole underdog story. They're trying to, I think, make Kalisto into a Rey Mysterio. And while Kalisto has talent, there's no doubt about it. It's just like I said, they don't really build him up right. They don't treat him right. It's like, you could have all the talent in the world, but if WWE doesn't treat you right, you might not become a star. So I think this will be, a pretty boring match, because Rusev is known for having boring matches. But I think Kalisto will win here. Then we have the IC title match. Probably the match, I'm looking forward to this match. Miz, Owen, Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. I said they should have made it a ladder match. I think it's just a plain fatal 4-way match. They should have made it a ladder match. I mean, it is Extreme Rules after all. I mean, we really only have one fucking legitimate Extreme Rules match. That's fucking bullshit. I mean, I guess you got Ambrose and Jericho. It's a steel cage match, but I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be fast-paced. I think it's going to be a good match. I think Miz will retain here, but it's kind of hard to predict who's going to win. I'm just going with Miz because he's a champion. I guess it's logical that he would retain if I'm going to guess somebody. But, I mean, it's kind of hard to predict who's going to win here, which is a good thing. So I'm looking forward to this match. I think it's going to be good, and I think Miz will win. So no complaints here, really. I say this a lot, but it's true. I think they could have built this up better. I mean, they spent a lot of time fucking around with like qualifying matches for this fucking match when they just could have made a fatal 4-way match right after the Payback pay-per-view and spent 2-3 weeks building up to this match. But instead, we really had no build. It's just 4 people wrestling together. It's not really, there's no storyline. There's nothing, exciting that's gonna, that really gets you excited that happened for the build up to this match. Then we have Ambrose versus Jericho in a Asylum match, which really just is a steel cage match, and I'm very confused how you could win. I think they did a very shitty job of informing the fans how this match is gonna work. I don't even know how you could win. I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, there's a bunch of random shit dangling from the top of the cage. Is that going to be used, or is that just there for fucking decorations? I am not a big fan of this match. I just think it's a fucking steel cage match with a bunch of bullshit that they're trying to make it, sell it off as something special when it's just a, random when it's just a normal steel cage match. So, I'm not a big fan of that the Asylum match, because I don't even know what the fuck it means. And like I said, I just think it's a glorified steel cage match. This feud, however, I mean, it's just fucking boring. I think it's been childish really since day one. What they're feuding over is like Jericho's or Ambrose stealing Jericho's show and turning it into the Ambrose Asylum. Ambrose cuts up Jericho's jacket. It's not really anything that makes you say like, oh shit, he really got him, or it's nothing controversial. It's nothing that gets me hyped up, or So I think the match will be okay though. Maybe it's steel cage. They'll do some creative shit, but I think it'll be okay. I don't think it'll be great, but and I think Ambrose will win here again because Ambrose is a younger guy. Jericho's kind of getting up there. So then we have your main event. Reigns versus Styles. I think it'll be a good match because it is Extreme Rules. I'm sure they'll, have some good spots, and there's some nice Extreme spots, table spots, whatever, ladder. I don't fucking know, but I'm hoping. I think this is going to be a good wrestling match, and I'm hoping there's a swerve at the end. Maybe Finn Balor comes down, or something exciting. Not just fuck. I want to see more than just like. Well, it would be good if you got Anderson and Gallows out there and the Usos. It could be crazy. Like 3-on-3 almost. But I just want like a swerve, something I expect. Gallows and Anderson and the Usos to fight on the outside. I expect that. But I want something more. I want Finn Balor. I want something else to make it exciting. I was kind of saying that going into Extreme Rules or Payback, that they've set it up to where anything could really happen, and they didn't really do anything at Payback, and also Reigns won, which I was kind of pissed about. But then they announced that there's going to be another match at Extreme Rules, so I'm like, I could kind of forgive them. Let's see what they're going to do at Extreme Rules. So I hope they do something good here. So, and also, and I think Reigns is going to win, though, because he's the man. And he just won the title, so I think they're going to keep the belt on him for a little bit longer, unfortunately. And one other thing I want to talk about here is the build to all these matches fucking sucked. I mean, it was just basic fucking builds. Like, somebody comes out, like the Vaudevillains just come out there and attack the New Day. Like, that's just basic fucking booking. It's not anything intricate. There's nothing behind these storylines that gets you, excited. I mean, there's nothing better than like a storyline where it's like, it's controversial, like something controversial is involved, or something that's just really exciting is involved. Instead, it's just like, the Vaudevillains come out there and attack the New Day. It's like, wow, that's we've seen that a million times. So the builds to these matches really sucked, and I just wish they would have had some more exciting shit to build to, or had some more exciting promos instead of just, two people coming out there and brawling. It's, and while you could have like an exciting backstage brawl or some exciting brawl where you put somebody through a table, they haven't really done that. They haven't really had anything exciting that has built up to this. That makes me like, oh shit, that was exciting, or that was good. It's just basic build, which, I mean, you gotta expect from this company, though, because it's fucking dumb as fuck. But I digress, and I think this is a good spot to end this video, because I don't want to get off on a tangent and start ranting forever. But there you go, people. There's your Extreme Rules 2016 predictions.